If you've not had your dose of absolutely crazy yet today, well then welcome to the show. The case that I have for you guys here today is simply insane. Title of the video, self-absorbed greedy woman demands ex-husband's inheritance, his 401k, his house, alimony. She wants everything, but gets evicted instead. Now, the court case that I found is over 3 hours in length, but I found some clips that perfectly describe the ridiculousness that is going on within this case. Now, at this point in the case, the judge is allowing the woman to cross-examine the husband because she has no representation. And this gentleman at the bottom is the husband's lawyer. Now let's hear how this gold digger is trying to steal this man's 401k.
You never took out any of your 401k from Denzel after you left the house?
No, I haven't. I've actually rolled all 401ks are rolled into my current state of Michigan 401k. I have one 401k.
So Denzel one had almost $15,000 in it at the time when it rolled over. How is it only at $13,000 with the vested value?
Objection, Your Honor. I believe that this is in our property chart.
Well, I'll allow it if there's, again,
Look
if there's some discrepancy or whatever.
at.
I never took any withdrawals from my Denzel 401k or any other 401k. All 401ks I have were rolled into the one that is current in the state of Michigan. I have not taken one out of that 401k either.
Okay.
And it is documented.
I'm asking how it is less now than it was before it got added.
This is great. Watch.
Well, 401ks work on the stock market, so they go up and they go down,
Yeah.
just like any other stock market.
Well, this paperwork that was sent to you did not say that your balance was zero as of last October.
I didn't receive any paperwork. Maybe you did. And I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. I've answered the question. I never took anything out of my 401k, and it's all been transferred into the one I currently have through the state of Michigan.
The IRA that you have, whose name is that in?
That's an inherited IRA, and it's not in your name.
It was inherited. Was that in the will?
That's how they work.
That's kind of how inheritances usually work, wills, trust. I don't understand the relevance to the question.
You didn't tell me that it wasn't in the will. It was given to you almost 2 years after he passed away, wasn't it?
I don't know if you understand how things happen when there's a trust and a will, but you don't always get the money. Like, you don't get it like the next day after someone passes away. But once again, it's inherited IRA, and you're not on it.
So it was worded as, how was it worded?
We actually have it documented.
Yes, but financials and things were not hidden from me. I was not a part of them, right?
I don't know what you're referring to, financial stuff now, but then you were asking about the IRA. So is this a different question, or what are we referring to?
No, the IRA is financial.
It's inherited. It's not your property.
She's a moron.
Who inherited it?
What?
Me.
Not you.
You inherited $400,000?
No, I didn't.
Lord knows why this judge is allowing this shit to go on. But listen, first to my G's out there, listen. He stuck raw eggplant in this woman and made babies. Although we can laugh and joke about this shit right now, this is an absolute nightmare for this young man right here. Don't you do it. Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, because this could be your future. Next thing is, I don't know if this woman is on drugs, if she's drunk. She's got the mouth movement of a Mexican American. But as far as she is concerned, you have money, you are married to me, give me your damn chips. And you can't tell her none better. So she must have proof that he has $400,000 inheritance, right? Right?
You inherited $400,000?
No, I didn't.
Who inherited the rest of that then?
I don't know what you're referring to. The rest of what?
When you received that IRA, you did not tell me that it was $400,000 to be split amongst you, your brother, your parents, and your mom's brother?
I did not tell you that. And I also can't speak to what other people have inherited. I can only speak to what
I'm asking you if that is what you said to me.
I already just answered it. No, I didn't tell you that.
So you were lying to me then, or are you lying to me now?
Leave your hair alone,
I
baby.
didn't tell you that, and I also don't know the relevance.
The relevance is you hiding things.
I don't hide anything.
Because if you were to get one, wouldn't your parents and everybody else get one?
Relevance?
Yeah, objection, Your Honor.
Relevance is you hiding finances.
Okay.
Once again.
Ma'am, yeah, you haven't produced any documents to show that anything has been hidden. And I've given you some leeway to get into that. And you simply come back to the same thing, that he's hiding stuff, but you don't have any documentation that he's hiding anything. So unless you can produce anything, you need to go into a different line of questioning.
The only thing she can produce is that she is a ridiculous hood booger. Hood booger.
Your Honor, I was waiting until my statement to let it all out. I have never been allowed to know any finances. Everything has always been put into his parents' name.
Ma'am, that does not qualify, nor does it, in fact, refute anything that the court has said that you need to produce. So if you have documentation,
receipts,
then
something,
you have a right. You had a right to produce that, and you didn't do that. So,
Your Honor, I do not have any paperwork about anything. Anything that I have learned is just recently. I was financially abused, mentally, emotionally, physically.
Move on, please.
I was just alive here.
Move on.
Case dismissed.
Again, you had a right to produce that. You didn't produce it. You could have engaged in, under the case scheduling order, you had a right to engage in discovery. You did not do that. And you did not produce any documentation as required by the case scheduling order. So I've given you leeway to ask him the questions, but
Your Honor,
no, go ahead and ask questions, ma'am. I'm not going to just continue to engage in the same dispute with you. So go on.
Okay. All right. So you want every other week with your children?
Yes.
Look at the lawyer is losing his mind. There is no amount of money you can pay me to be life jaded about relationships, i.e. a divorce lawyer. But I will say this is probably the easiest couple of dollars of him to earn ever when the opposition doesn't come in with any receipts, any evidence, any documents whatsoever. What the young, confident moron doesn't understand yet is that, let's say it was $400,000 and let's see that he received it. Being married to someone does not entitle you to that person's inheritance. But of course, she's going to bring up all this shit regarding being financially abused, mental abuse, all of the different types of abuse to paint him as an animal. Meanwhile, how is it financial abuse when you get to live somewhere for free? And she actually gets into how much of a loser that she is in the next clip.
But now it's an issue that I don't work. I have health issues. I have health issues so bad that I can only work about 12 hours a week. And he knows this. He's taken me to plenty of doctor's appointments.
What an abusive man he is to take you to all of those doctor's appointments. Let them talk long enough, they'll contradict themselves.
Plenty of them. His parents watched our kids when we would go on vacation. After his mother tried to put her hands on me in 2017, they no longer had contact with my kids unless he was there living with them. In 2019, when he had left, they never went over there, not once. They see their grandkids now because he lives in their house. That's it. We have paid all the bills here. We have redone this house, 3 rooms now. We have a lifetime warranty on some of the stuff in the house. I was told that the jobs that I could get around here
we go.
would not equal up to the amount of food stamps that we were getting. It wouldn't equal out. So it was never okay. He would tell me that his parents were not watching my kids. And if he says don't, they do not. I used to be very close to his mother. Like I said, I would go down there and talk to her about all of this stuff about him.
Anything else, ma'am? You will have a right to testify. This is just
No,
your
Your
opening
Honor.
argument.
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, your first one.
Sorry, I don't know what got over me. I had to bring up my world's tiniest violin for all of the bullshit. What I find is that these women are not actually crying because they're emotionally disturbed, but they're crying because they know deep down that they're losing the case. Well, now that we got the crying out the way, and really it's not out the way, she's going to utilize it a little bit later. She's going to continue to go back and hound in on this inheritance that he kept and hid from her.
I never was allowed financial anything. He never told me. His parents have had stuff of ours in their name forever. Money-wise, everything. So I know there's hidden assets.
Honestly, knowing how crazy that she is, this man played a fantastic card. If it's true that he was utilizing his parents' names for the assets. Let's go.
I know there is. And with the IRA, he told me that it was $400,000 split up. So I'm not seeing how it's not anymore.
Get a job. Get a damn job.
I believed him because it was my husband. I found we did go on vacations. I keep everything, receipts, everything, plane tickets. Recently, I had gone through them, going down memory lane, and noticed that he was using the name Michael Maddox Thomas. That was the name on the credit card. I noticed that with the bills, his name was changing on them. He's now Michael T. Maddox on everything. He was changing some of the bills to Maddox Mike Maddox. So I don't know anything about his life. It was basically a lie to me, like everything. Everything was hidden. That's why I had no knowledge of anything. I trusted my husband. I believed him. He said, your job is stay home, take care of the kids, everything, the house. That is why he sat back in his bedroom when he, would be home and not working out. He has picked up the kids once from the football game the other night since January of 2023. Or 2024, I'm sorry. He has taken them to a movie twice. He does not do the grocery shopping for them. His father does. He does cook them some meals. He does not pick them up. He does not drop them off.
What is that?
His dad does everything for these kids. His dad takes my son to work out. He does not. That is his thing, though, is working out. My son's trainer working out is actually not his grandfather. It is a man named Mark Rice. My son, I hear about him.
Somebody call Arkham Asylum. It looks like you got a patient that has roamed free. What I find interesting is that she says that she saves everything, all of these receipts, and can't produce one receipt that has a switched up name on it, nor one receipt that has $400,000 written on it. Ma'am, if you're really so sure, and I guess not an idiot that would expect a judge to just believe in you, you should have hired a private investigator to get a lot more information or receipts or evidence to add validity to your claims. But instead, you're just coming off as a pathetic moron. Let's go.
Or else I wouldn't know who he was. I hate hearing my kids cry that they don't want to leave on the weekends. I don't want to hear anything like that. The kids go over there because I started dropping them off. I got told to stop dropping them off. That if he wanted them, he would get them. The first time I did that, he asked them, so your mom's not going to drop you off? And I don't know if his son ignored it. I don't know.
Constantly lying to the judge, no respect for the truth. Obviously, the judge saw right through all of her malarkey and decided to not award her the house, the inheritance, the 401k, none of that. But don't feel too bad for her because she's still getting child support from the father. And per the George order, there was an eviction and now she's homeless, but was back in court playing the victim again.
Good thing the cops weren't coming until Monday to throw all her grandkids' stuff out onto the streets. I got a 24-hour notice to get off of the property. I had messaged his mother and asked her if she would give us until the 17th when our house would be ready. She said her attorney advised her not to, but good thing the cops weren't coming until Monday to throw all her grandkids' stuff out onto the street. So I said, all right. And they had come to me on Sunday banging on the door saying, do you want till Wednesday or not? So I answered it. They said that they would give me until Wednesday. They said, are you going to have everything out? I said, probably not.
Okay, ma'am, hold on. This is a different issue. We're looking at why you had, ma'am.
Yes, I understand that. They
Stop, ma'am. The issues before the court are why is he not getting his parenting time? Why has he not gotten the other gun? Mm-hmm. And why have you not paid for the vehicle?
What she's trying to do is to gain some sort of sympathy. Honestly, if I was the father, I'd be concerned regarding the well-being of the children being in her custody whatsoever.
Okay, I'm telling you, they barred me from the house, didn't let me get mine and my kids' stuff like the order said, and I had no access to the gun.
You actually just admitted before that they gave you extra time. What were you doing in that time, ma'am?
I wasn't there on November 1st because they barred me from the property. I had no access to anything. Okay, my kids were sitting there helping me move their thing that had gotten ruined and destroyed by their father and his parents being thrown outside and broken.
It's crazy after all of this, she's unwilling to take any accountability and is still posturing the husband as a monster that is just throwing his kids out of the house. No, ma'am, he wants you out.
Into my storage unit. I had no access to the guns or anything. They were inside the house. My daughter, he wrote both of them. He lives with his parents. They no longer want to go over there to his parents' house because him and his parents did this to them. My son had gone over there last because he thought that I was going to get in trouble in court for them not going.
And that's the last update that I have in regards to this case, guys. I'm going to continue to follow this one. And if more stuff comes up, I will bring it your way. But absolutely insane, nasty, as well as diabolical work. Just as I said before, gents, wrap it up. Because if not, and if you don't choose correctly, this might be your future. But shout out to the young father who has the poker face for a millennia. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Me, go to tourismreviews@gmail.com. The level of entitlement and gold digger. I'm so happy that these court cases are public so we can begin to talk about the ridiculousness that gets placed in front of these courts, wasting our tax dollars and our resources on complete and utter bullshit. But that has been your video for today. I've been your gracious host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Last but not least, guys, my men's self-development community is absolutely turning up, gaining and growing each and every day. Guys, if you're interested interested in developing yourself, especially when it comes to your financial health, your financial education, money mindset, then this is absolutely the community for you. We focus on revenue generation, eliminating costs, as well as where to put your money to grow it into the future. If you're interested, click the link down below, beam up, and I will see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jet. The big the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jet. The big the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. Dead bars, need defibrillation ASAP. Get boxed with a straight gap. And reminded of mind state they lack. Every time that they incline, we go way back. All they wanna be is just